on 4 News Now. The January 6th committee meets for a final time, this time referring former President Trump to the DOJ for criminal charges, the crimes they're accusing him of. Coming up.
Brutal cold and snow is moving into the inland northwest. The 2 weather alert days this week in your first alert forecast.
A longtime Spokane volunteer attacked by someone he's been helping for 6 years. The shock to the community. You're watching a special edition of 4 News Now.
We begin with that breaking news from our nation's capital.
The committee believes that more than sufficient evidence exists for a criminal referral of former President Trump for assisting or aiding and comforting those at the Capitol who engaged in a violent attack on the United States.
In a momentous development, the Congressional Select Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol insurrection voted to refer former President Donald Trump to the Justice Department on multiple criminal charges for his role in the attack. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on this special edition of 4 News Now. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Aaron Luna. The Congressional Committee of 5 Democrats and 2 Republicans investigating the January 6th attacks calls their decision a roadmap to justice. ABC's Ika Jachi shows us what this means.
Tonight, in its final public hearing, the House Select Committee making clear they believe the evidence they've revealed through their investigation shows former President Donald Trump was responsible for the events surrounding the deadly January 6th Capitol attack.
Among the most shameful of this committee's findings was that President Trump sat in the dining room off the Oval Office watching the violent riot at the Capitol on television.
According to the panel's executive summary that was released to the public shortly after the hearing, the committee is referring former President Trump, his former election attorney John Eastman, and others to the Department of Justice for possible criminal prosecution. They said the referrals to the DOJ are based on several criminal charges, including conspiracy to defraud the United States, obstruction of an official proceeding, and inciting an insurrection.
Ours is not a system of justice where foot soldiers go to jail and the masterminds and ringleaders get a free pass.
The panel is also referring 4 Republican members of Congress to the Congressional Ethics Committee for not complying with lawfully issued subpoenas from the committee. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy, Representatives Jim Jordan, Scott Perry, and Andy Biggs. The panel playing a video montage highlighting key moments of testimony from witnesses, as well as new testimony from some of the former president's closest allies that suggests Trump tried to obstruct the committee's investigation.
One lawyer told a witness the witness could, in certain circumstances, tell the committee that she didn't recall facts when she actually did recall them.
Now, although the DOJ maintained its independence from the committee's work, sources tell us that they are interested in transcripts from the committee's witness interviews, as well as any evidence that shows Trump or his allies attempted to contact witnesses. Ika Jachi, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
Also in Washington, D.C. tonight, jury selection for the former national chairman of the Proud Boys group and 4 others for their roles in the January 6th attack.
I'm not going to cry about a group of people that don't give a crap about their constituents. I'm not gonna sympathize with them.
Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio and 4 others are charged with seditious conspiracy for their alleged roles in the Capitol riot. They have all pleaded not guilty. Tarrio's attorneys point out he wasn't inside the Capitol that day since he'd been arrested. Lawyers for the others say they didn't have a plan when they entered the building. But prosecutors argue the 5 worked together to try to stop lawmakers from certifying the 2020 presidential election results.
This was a planned action that was meant to be a public-facing display and was meant to work as a recruitment moment.
The trial had been delayed since summer when a January 6th committee hearing on extremist groups was taking place. Well, this is one of those weeks when you feel winded just from walking into a building. It is that cold outside. Everyone who's walked into our newsroom has said the same comment. It is just really brutally cold.
It is freezing out there. The high temperature in Spokane, it's in the teens. Whether you were walking, driving, or riding the bus, you could feel that bone-chilling cold today. The 4 News Now weather team has been tracking a couple of storms heading our way tonight. Prepare for a weather alert day. Chris Crocker is here with your first alert forecast. Chris.
Well, much colder weather is on the way, but in the meantime, we are tracking some snow that is going to have an impact on your Tuesday. In fact, I have taken it from a possible weather alert day to an alert day based on the latest snowfall predictions. Moderate to heavy snow across the region, especially over the mountain passes. Tomorrow would not be the best day to try to make it across Snoqualmie Pass, Stevens Pass, or Lookout Pass for that matter. And that is on Tuesday, but we're also going to have a fair amount of snow right around the metro area. For Thursday, actually Wednesday night into Thursday, we have another weather alert day, 2 in 1 week, because of widespread sub-zero cold. Sub-zero doesn't even begin to cover it. Looks like we'll have wind chill in the minus 30-degree range around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. The actual ambient temperatures without the wind chill will be down in the teens below zero. Here's a look at the forecast. Snow through, actually that should say Wednesday morning. I apologize. I got my days mixed up. It will start Tuesday morning and continue through Wednesday morning. 3 to 4 around Spokane. I think we'll be closer to that 3 range. 4 to 6 around Coeur d'Alene, right around the time of the morning commute, right around the time people are going to be running around getting their errands taken care of before the holiday. Temperatures right now are in the teens, and it is going to get a lot colder in the forecast. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes, Aaron.
Chris, thank you. And wherever you travel this week, take the 4 News Now weather app with you. Search KXLY in the App Store to download and turn on notifications to get important weather alerts where you are.
New video from Moscow gives us a better idea of what took place just hours before 4 University of Idaho students were murdered in their beds. Kaylee Gonsalves' father says this surveillance footage shows her and Madison Mogen walking down Main Street in Moscow, Idaho, with a man whom police have confirmed is not a suspect. Their conversation is caught on camera. The footage was submitted to authorities as part of their investigation. Police now say they are reaching a milestone in the case. Detectives say 10,000 leads and tips have come in since November 13th. They say a team will still be working through the holiday in an effort to solve the case and nail down a suspect.
We're going to continue to push through the holidays. We have a team that will continue to do the investigation and work on that as we move through the holidays.
Investigators are now combing through a database of thousands of white Hyundai Elantras because they say a vehicle that looks like this one on your screen was seen in the area around the time of the murders. They're still trying to track that Elantra down, and they say the driver or passengers may have information vital to this case. If you have information about that white Hyundai or any other tips, you can send an email to this address on your screen or call the investigations tip line at 208-883-7180. Chad Counts, a homeless man, is now behind bars accused of assault. 3 nights ago, police say Counts attacked a longtime community volunteer who's been helping him for years.
Counts is accused of hitting Bob Peeler and then running off. He was arrested near the Spokane Valley Partners Food Bank this morning. The volunteer was put in the intensive care unit after the attack. Peter Choi is live near Sacred Heart Hospital. And Peter, any update on his condition tonight?
Yeah, I spoke to the volunteer's daughter this afternoon, and she said he's out of the hospital and safe and sound back home now. And she says she feels relieved but shocked and angry about what happened to her dad, who has been helping homeless people for decades. She says now the Bob and his wife have been helping this homeless man for over 6 years, providing meals and shelters when it's especially cold. Now this year, Counts was staying in the Peeler's basement, and Friday night, Counts hit Bob in the head and ran off. And she said Counts has been dealing with mental health issues.
My dad spent 42 years at SNAP working with the homeless community, and for something like this to happen at the hands of one of the people that he was helping for the last 6 years was really shocking.
And Peeler was admitted to Sacred Heart ICU for a night, and his daughter says he has skull and facial fractures but doesn't need surgery. Now she says the family hopes Counts can get the help that he needs. Now, Chad Counts is set to appear before the court tomorrow, and coming up right after Monday Night Football on 4 News. Now, what community members are saying about safety for volunteers. Reporting in Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Peter, thank you. A 16-year-old boy accused of murder in North Spokane will make his first court appearance tomorrow or Wednesday. The SWAT team arrested him at an apartment complex in East Spokane yesterday. And because of his age and the crime he's accused of, he'll face the charge of second-degree murder as an adult. He's accused of shooting 2 people at an apartment in North Spokane early Sunday morning. The victims were rushed to the hospital where one of them died.
The city of Spokane is pushing people at Camp Hope to get inside during this brutal week of winter weather because of a federal court ruling the city can't close the camp.
Local leaders are now pouring resources into the Trent Resource Center with hopes people will move on their own. Our Esther Bauer is here with the new developments.
Well, guys, if you've been following along with us over the past year, city and county leaders have thrown out a lot of dates for when the camp could close. They now know they can't make that call, so they're trying to improve the Trent Resource Center as fast as possible.
As we speak, updates are being made to track at the request of the Salvation Army and based on the feedback that we've received from those at the facility.
350 new metal beds, more privacy partitions, and another shower trailer are coming to Trent as brutal winter weather sets in.
And it will get much colder this week.
Weeks or even months could pass before this camp is closed.
Until those arguments are made to a judge, we are limited to our ability to take affirmative action to move people into a warm place.
Current Undersheriff John Knowles says his department took a lot of heat when deputies went to the camp and handed out flyers. We saw bits and pieces of about an hour's worth of sheriff's body cam footage from deputies' visits on December 6th. Sheriff-elect Knowles saying outreach-type visits won't happen again anytime soon.
I don't know that I would want to tempt a federal judge to hold us in contempt or violation of that order.
The current restraining order says deputies are not allowed to arrest people without probable cause or use technology to survey the camp. Still, Knowles says this community-oriented outreach approach at the camp is now over for the foreseeable future.
We have no intent of doing another outreach like that anytime soon.
And even with the current restraining order, there are still abatement lawsuits in progress to have the site cleared. We're tracking those closely and we'll update you when or if they happen. Now, when it comes to all of that body cam footage, we do have media requests in to see the full interactions with campers and officers. Reporting in studio tonight, Esther Bauer, 4 News Now.
Esther, thank you. Coming up on 4 News Now, people lined up at the Cheney Post Office are anxious. Will they get their Christmas gifts in time?
And a flight to paradise sends people flying out of their seats. We'll be right back with that story on 4 News Now.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
Happy holidays from Daytime's #1 talk show. Next Live, we're taking it back with Kelly and Ryan's first 5 years.
So nice.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
Parents and grandparents hear it time and time again. Enjoy every minute because it goes by so quickly. With their first steps, they start imagining, exploring, and dreaming of what's next. You can help put those dreams in motion by saving for college with Washington's 529 College Investment Plan. Building their Dream Ahead account now can help them be ready for wherever their dreams take them. Give your student the gift of education today at wastate529.wa.gov.
'Tis the season to get great gifts for the fun outdoors from the Adventure Pros at Shred. From summer to winter, nobody has better toys to choose from with the top name brands in the industry. Plus, you can also get custom fitted in a new pair of boots or get decked out in a new pair of shades. Whatever you need, Shred's got it, making them a one-stop shop for your Christmas needs. Happy holidays from Shred.
Mr. Box, I had this idea.
Is it offering people curly fries, tiny tacos, and my other fan favorites in one box for just $10? Great idea, Devin. Run with it.
Well.
A $10 fan faves box is perfect for sharing.
Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive these days. And it's the same for your heating bills. Since it will cost more to heat your home this winter, USA Insulation wants to give you control over your utility bills. Our premium injection foam keeps the cold outside and your warm, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs. Call now for a $500 early bird discount, plus low monthly payment plans.
USA Insulation.
New Year's Eve magic is in the air from the happiest place on earth to Times Square. Join me and my co-hosts Billy Porter, Sierra, D-Nice, Jesse James Decker, Liza Koshy, and Rosalind Sanchez as we ring in the new year live from New York.
With performances by Ben Platt, Dove Cameron, Phineas, Fitz and the Tantrums, Halle Bailey, Wiz Khalifa, and so many more.
When the ball drops, it's time to celebrate 2023. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest live on ABC.
Severe turbulence on a flight from Phoenix to Hawaii sent passengers flying from their seats, hurting at least 20 and putting more than a dozen in the hospital. New video taken on board a Hawaiian Airlines flight shows passengers in shock moments after the severe turbulence. And people hit their heads, ceiling tiles were left cracked and bent. The chaos began just 30 minutes before the Airbus 330 carrying 278 passengers and 10 crew was set to land in Honolulu.
I don't think the plane will withstand this. I don't think we're going to make it.
Authorities say at least 20 passengers were hurt, including 3 flight attendants moving about the cabin and a 14-month-old child. The plane made an emergency landing. Officials say these kinds of incidents are very rare. The FAA and NTSB are involved in the investigation to figure out what happened.
Holiday snow isn't the only thing falling across the U.S., so are gas prices, and that's a little gift in itself. AAA predicts nearly 113 million Americans will travel this week, and most of them behind the wheel. AAA is reporting the national average for a gallon of regular at $3.15. That's about 15 cents lower than this time last year, and experts say by Christmas Day, drivers could be paying below $3 a gallon. Washington's average is nearly 80 cents greater at $3.94 per gallon. We have it a little better with $3.73 per gallon in Spokane County. Crossing over to Idaho, though, prices are much better. A gallon in Kootenai County is $3.08 on average. The rest of Idaho sits at $3.14 a gallon.
Here are 4 things to know about your weather, 4 things you might not want to know because we have some very wintry conditions. Arctic air moving in. Some snow on the way for Tuesday with a winter weather advisory. A wind chill watch then for Tuesday into Thursday. Brutal cold. You won't believe the numbers. They're coming up after the break.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
It's beginning to look a lot like savings during the holiday sale at Furniture Row. Stop in today because everything is on sale, plus 4 years no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Happy holidays from Furniture Row.
Of the holidays at River Park Square.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a matching air conditioner with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free AC from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
Have you ever considered getting a walk-in tub? Well, look no further. Safe Step's best offer just got better. Now, when you purchase your brand new Safe Step walk-in tub, you'll receive a free shower package. Yes, a free shower package. And if you call today, you'll also receive 15% off your entire order. Now you can enjoy the best of both worlds. The therapeutic benefits of a warm, soothing bath that can help increase mobility, relieve pain, boost energy, and even improve sleep. Or, if you prefer, you can take a refreshing shower all in one product. Call now to receive a free shower package plus 15% off your brand new Safe Step walk-in tub.
Call now. 1-800-831-0055. There's never been a better time. That's 1-800-831-0055.
It's beginning to look a lot like Savings during the holiday sale at Furniture Row. Stop in today because everything is on sale. Plus 4 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Happy holidays from Furniture Row.
Live is your home for the holidays.
Daytime's #1 duo, weekdays at 9 a.m.
3 degrees for an overnight low tonight with a few snow flurries. It's going to get colder than this. 14 for a high tomorrow with snow likely, including during the morning commute. Prepare for some extra time. Prepare if you are traveling to have your emergency kit with you, because if you do have car trouble or in an accident, you are going to be very, very cold waiting for help. So be prepared. Forecast radar starting off at our current time with dry conditions, bringing in some snow into the LC Valley and Moscow and Pullman by midnight tonight, possibly up into the central panhandle as well. Then it'll spread across the rest of the region by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Most of the heavier snow is going to be in North Idaho and through the Cascades, but Spokane is right on the dividing line between much lighter snow and the heavy precipitation. By 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, most of that snow will be over for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but still going down on the Palouse and the LC Valley before we finally dry off for the most part Wednesday morning. Just some lingering showers to the south. We do have a winter weather advisory in effect for the area shaded in purple on your screen. Goes into effect at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, continues until 7 a.m. on Wednesday. It is a winter storm warning for the heavier snow for the Palouse, the central panhandle, and western Montana. Also winter storm warnings for the Cascades. Tomorrow is not going to be a good day for travel, whether you're doing it around the region, but especially over the passes. Then our wind chill watch kicks in Tuesday night through Thursday night. Right now it's looking like not especially strong winds, wind gusts in the 20 mile per hour range, perhaps a little bit higher, but with single-digit temperatures and temperatures in the teens below zero, it is going to feel like it is 30 below or even lower. Overnight lows tonight, single digits in Spokane, 11 in Coeur d'Alene. We're warmer down on the Palouse and through the central panhandle, but very, very cold up along the Canadian border with some brutal wind chill readings through the Okanagan. Tuesday's highs look more like lows, 14 in Spokane, 19 in Coeur d'Alene, 3 in Omak, and 9 in Bonners Ferry, but you haven't seen anything yet. Let's take a look at this 7-day forecast. An alert day tomorrow because of the snow and the timing and all the Christmas errands and all the traffic. It's going to be a difficult day. Thursday, an alert day because of this. 15 below Thursday morning, a high of 0. With the wind chill, making it feel so much colder. And then some more snow possible Friday and Saturday. Finally, up to freezing on Sunday, Christmas. I was so busy adding snowflakes and things, I forgot to put some Santas on that. I'll work on that. And then Monday, above freezing, finally. Kirsten?
So cold, but so fun. Thank you, Chris. Well, it's the final week until Christmas, and while you're out doing last-minute shopping, keep your eyes peeled for a Salvation Army angel tree.
Well, the Salvation Army of Spokane is still collecting new toys and clothing to give out to families this Christmas. You can donate a new unwrapped toy or buy clothes for the child or adult on the angel tree tag. The Salvation Army is still short about 3,000 toys.
These toys go to children that sometimes the only toys under that tree actually come from the Salvation Army. And so it's important to realize that while you're walking by those toys at Fred Meyer, to know that you can make a difference in a child's life. So go ahead and buy that toy and bring it down. Some child's counting on us as a community to supply that for them.
If you'd like to help, there are several angel tree locations across Spokane, Spokane Valley, and Airway Heights. You can find toy bins at Fred Meyer locations and about 30 red kettles across Spokane until Christmas Eve. For more information on donating in person and online through the Salvation Army, see this story right now on KXLY.com. The Cali Lights bring some holiday magic. That's ahead in Miracle Monday.
The rise in cases of respiratory viruses since Thanksgiving has health officials concerned for Christmas. What's driving the spread? Coming up after the break.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
'Tis the season to get great gifts you can enjoy all year long from the pros at Snow's Auto, like remote car starts, $40 off. New tonneau covers for the truck, 20% off. WeatherTech floor mats marked down. Or crank up the sound with a brand new head unit and get a free set of coax speakers or a Cerwin Vega bass package for $299. It's time to buy the best gifts everyone wants this week at Snow's.
Now it's official. Xfinity has the fastest internet and the fastest mobile service. That's right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. Plus, save hundreds on internet for your first 2 years when you add mobile. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Get gig speed internet for $50 a month for 2 full years when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data. Plus, get $200 back. Switch today.
Thousands of families living on the streets will struggle to stay warm this winter, but you can help. We're collecting donations to buy winter clothes and services that will keep those families warm and dry. Donate today at warmheartswinterdrive.com or any neighborhood Columbia bank.
You see the look on his face? Hilarious.
I know how you feel. Because I was right here.
My biggest fear was on that.
Always waiting for me.
But I knew I was never alone.
And I would get through it because people care.
So walk right in.
Get back on.
Step right up. And to everyone who sees anyone bullying, don't just watch. Act.
Together, we can put an end to bullying.
You can learn more at disney.com/choose-kindness.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
Around the nation, with the holiday season in full swing, the White House is now urging Americans to get vaccinated before gathering with friends and family.
Much of the country seeing high levels of flu activity right now, and the spread of COVID is on the rise in California and parts of the Northeast. ABC's Alexis Christoforous has the details.
The rise in cases of respiratory viruses since Thanksgiving has health officials concerned.
In colder, drier air, the virus spreads more efficiently. People are gathering, and so that combination is what is driving the increase.
Some hospitals are feeling the strain amid a combination of COVID-19, flu, and RSV.
We've seen really a dramatic increase over the past week in regards to cases and hospitalizations.
At least 45 states, as well as Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico, are reporting very high or high levels of flu activity. 15 million flu infections and counting. This is the earliest and most severe start of the flu season in a decade, with hospitalizations climbing to 150,000. 9,300 people have died from the virus. Studies show the new bivalent COVID booster shot is more than 50% effective at keeping adults out of the emergency room compared to those who aren't vaccinated.
The good news here is that we can prevent those infections from turning into serious illness if people go out and get that updated bivalent vaccine.
But vaccine fatigue is an issue. While government data shows about 69% of the population completed the primary COVID-19 vaccine series, only about 14% of people over the age of 5 have received the latest booster. Health officials in some parts of the country are once again urging Americans to mask up. Students in the Philadelphia School District will be required to wear masks for 10 days when they return from their winter break. Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
There's still more to come on 4 News Now. Why a state of emergency along the border will have impacts across the U.S. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Colder weather is here, and it's a perfect time to get new Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows for your home. Residential Home Solutions is proud to give local homeowners a chance to win up to $15,000 worth of the Smart Choice and energy-efficient windows, along with a $2,000 Costco gas and grocery card in our Built for Life sweepstakes. If you are over 18 and a homeowner in the Spokane Coeur d'Alene area, go to residentialhs.com or call 892-6460 to find out how you can enter to win. Residential Home Solutions and Infinity Windows. Home improvements, custom fit for life.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXOY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh, wait, there is.
Bring your friends.
Good morning, America. GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
Hey, thanks for working through the holidays.
Clara, Dad says you're working over Christmas.
Here you go, Mrs. Person.
Let me pay you.
No, you're not going to pay me.
We are the helping hand.
Holly, happy holidays, Clara.
Thanks for everything you do, Clara.
We couldn't let you be alone for Christmas.
We purchased a tree.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Sarah, you've got this, okay?
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast, to be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. What you want to say.
But they lost.
Not really. Not where it counts.
This was the scene at the Cheney Post Office earlier today. Lines of people wrapped around the inside of the building, waiting to collect packages that they say have been sitting at the post office for days. With Christmas less than a week away, many people are anxious to receive those packages to get them wrapped and under the tree.
KXOY's Jordan Smith went to Cheney today to learn more about the issue and what's causing the problems.
Well, in our coverage of the post office these past few weeks, we've received numerous emails from Cheney residents saying they haven't received their packages that they ordered weeks ago. They say instead they've been sitting here at the post office.
I bought some things from Amazon also for Christmas for my grandkids, and I'd like to get them, receive them, and get them wrapped up.
Lynette Voth is one of the many here in Cheney waiting for her packages to be delivered.
I just don't even know if I'll be able to have them by Christmas the way it looks here.
She was alerted that her packages had arrived at the Cheney post office back on December 6th. Several days later, they still hadn't been delivered. Looking for answers, she went down to the post office where she saw a sea of packages piling up in the parking lot.
There were 54 pallets, 8-foot tall Amazon packages sitting outside here.
The post office is the final leg of delivery for many of these packages, but they have limited staff to complete it. As a result, painfully long lines have become prevalent in their building.
Every day there are here about 20 people a line out the door, and when I go in and ask what they're doing, they're most of them not mailing packages, but intending to receive them.
Some who were patient enough to wait in line walked out with the packages that they had been waiting on. Others, not as lucky. I was told by several residents that the Cheney post office is working through sudden mail carrier shortages, prompting these delays. We reached out to the USPS media team for comment, but didn't hear back by news time. As for the mail carriers that are left, they're doing everything they can, loading mail trucks to the brim with packages, trying to deliver as many as possible. Their work certainly cut out for them.
I can understand if they don't have, the delivery persons to do the job, but it's really frustrating for the customers who depend upon the post office.
In Cheney, I'm Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
If you've had any trouble getting mail and packages delivered, Tell us about it. Share your story by emailing us at news4@kxly.com.
Let's take a live look now over Spokane, and it is dark already, and it is cold out there. It's about to get colder. Let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with the forecast.
It is going to get colder. Right now it's 16 in Spokane, 18 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. This will be nowhere near our highs later this week, where we will barely make it above zero. It's 20 right now in Pullman and 10 in Bonners Ferry. Right around the Spokane area, temperatures are in the teens and lower 20s. Meanwhile, tomorrow we are going to add snow to the cold, moderate to heavy snow over the mountain passes. Tomorrow is not going to be a good day to travel over the passes, but right in the metro area also, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene expecting between 3 and 6 inches of snow. We also have a weather alert day for Thursday because of that cold. Sub-zero temperatures, wind chills as low as 30 below. Here's a look at the snowfall estimates for the system coming in for tomorrow. 3 to 4 around Spokane, 4 to 6 for Coeur d'Alene. Some heavier snow down around Pullman, St. Mary's, and very heavy snow over Lookout Pass. The same is true for Snoqualmie Pass. For your Tuesday, our average high is 33. We're going to be topping out at 14 with a chance of snow throughout the day. I will be back with your 7-day forecast and your Christmas outlook in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. For patients at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital who aren't able to leave the hospital, the Cali Lights bring some holiday magic to meet them where they're at.
And many of you know our own Mark Peterson plays a big role making the Cali Lights possible. We're hearing from patients and hospital staff on what a special role those bright lights play in maintaining hope through the holiday season. Emily Bloom has this month's Miracle Monday.
I think they're such a gift. We come into work when it's dark out and the lights are still on, and for me personally, it's more than just bright lights outside.
Nicole Crow is a pediatric oncology nurse. She takes care of kids day in and day out who are battling cancer and usually can't leave the hospital.
We all long to just be at home with our families and our pets, and so for them to be here, it is isolating, and they're away from everything that they've known all growing up, so I can only imagine how hard it is for them.
She says the hospital staff does all they can to make things as normal as possible, from the holiday lights to the holiday gifts.
They're able to pick out toys for their parents, their siblings, so that when they are here in the hospital, they're still trying to have a wonderful Christmas and creating normalcy for them.
Truckloads of donations provided by the community come in every year for the kids and their families.
We're able to help them knowing that they're going to be able to provide for their kids even though they don't have a time to go shop. We have their back.
And while the employees at Sacred Heart work to make sure all the Christmas bases are covered,
it's just more of a sign of hope and a sign of joy that there's more going on in this world and that everything's going to be okay.
The Cali Lights keep shining bright, a symbol that our community is also supporting them.
And even in the darkest of days, there's still light shining. And that's really what we need this Christmas season, is to know that there's still joy and still hope that can help us get through our hard days and this journey of walking with cancer patients and seeing that the light will always overcome our darkest of days here.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee and Attorney General Bob Ferguson are now proposing 2 new gun safety measures to address what Inslee calls gun violence epidemic. The first of what Inslee calls common sense public safety measures would ban the sale of military-style assault weapons. The second proposal would ensure that gun manufacturers and dealers take, quote, reasonable steps to prevent their products from getting into the hands of dangerous individuals.
This epidemic of gun violence we're suffering in the state of Washington is unacceptable. And we know that Washington State is not passive, and we do not have to surrender to this scourge of gun violence.
Inslee says the proposed gun safety bills are not the only measures lawmakers are taking to address gun violence. He says the state is also increasing mental health services as well.
Across the nation tonight, what some call a crisis at the southern border. Cities are bracing for a surge of migrants to enter the U.S. as Title 42, a pandemic-era policy restricting immigration, is set to expire this week. ABC's Alexis Christoforous explains this impact will not just be on the border cities.
Buses carrying dozens more migrants rolled into New York City this morning as Mayor Eric Adams warned that the possible lifting of Title 42 this week would lead to a surge of asylum seekers and overwhelm the city's already overburdened systems.
We are building out that which is within our span of control, but we need help from the federal and state government.
Border cities scrambling to find shelter for thousands of migrants as temperatures continue to drop. City officials in El Paso, Texas, declaring a state of emergency.
We saw 2,500 in the past 6-7 days. We can imagine what it's going to be. That's doubling the flow.
Title 42, a health policy used by the Trump administration during the pandemic to expel migrants without allowing them to request asylum, is set to expire Wednesday. With the clock ticking, several Republican-led states, including Texas, filing an appeal to the nation's highest court Monday, seeking to keep Title 42 in effect. Texas Governor Greg Abbott predicting chaos during an interview with ABC's Martha Raddatz.
Totally unacceptable. It's going to be catastrophic not just for Texas, but for the United States of America.
The possible expiration of Title 42 reigniting debate over how to deal with our nation's immigration policy. U.S. Border Patrol made a record 2.2 million apprehensions along the southern border this past budget year. A White House spokesperson says the administration has a, quote, robust effort underway to safely manage the border once the policy ends. In New York, Alexis Christoforous, ABC News.
Coming up on 4 News Now, the meat on your dinner plate could soon be from a lab. Everything you need to know about what they're calling cultivated meat. That's coming up.
And we've cooked up something special for you as well. And it's, I think, better. A look back at some of the stories that defined our community this year. Aaron and I host our Look Back at 2022, the stories that made us smile and inspired many others. That's coming up at 9 after a special primetime edition of 4 News Now after Monday Night Football.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Find the perfect gift for your wine lover at Latah Creek.
Stop in or shop online. We'll help you find your new favorite wine.
Come in to Latah Creek today. Sip, shop, ship most anywhere in the USA.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Chris with Clark's Tire and Automotive. Right now is the best time to get your vehicle in to get it checked over. Come on in for a free winter inspection. We're going to check your brakes, shocks, struts, tires, air filter, wiper blades, and your heating and cooling system to make sure you're winter ready. If you can't make it into one of our shops, give us a call. We now have a mobile service. We offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile parts and labor warranty. We support our local law enforcement, our schools, our nurses and doctors, and we're here to support you. Come and try us out. We are a friendly neighborhood service repair center.
Have you ever considered getting a walk-in tub? Well, look no further. Safe Step's best offer just got better. When you purchase your brand new Safe Step walk-in tub, you'll receive a free shower package. Yes, a free shower package. And if you call today, you'll also receive $1,600 off. Now you can enjoy the best of both worlds, the therapeutic benefits of a warm, soothing bath that can help increase mobility, relieve pain, boost energy, and even improve sleep. Or, if you prefer, you can take a refreshing shower, all in one product. Call now to receive a free shower package plus $1,600 off with the purchase of your brand new Safe Step walk-in tub.
There's never been a better time. Call now. 1-800-346-6061. That's 1-800-346-6061.
Everybody down! Big robbery! Starting January 3rd, the Rookie moves to Tuesdays, and they're teaming up with the feds for an action-packed crossover event.
What happened? A heist crew got away with a list of our undercover agents currently in the field.
This suspect should be considered extremely dangerous.
Into chaos we all go.
Lie lives of hundreds of undercover agents are depending on us.
The Rookie Crossover event starts Tuesday, January 3rd at 8, 7 Central on ABC.
4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
Lab-grown meat could be closer to your dinner plate than you think, and apparently it tastes pretty close to the real thing. The so-called cultivated meat from British startup Ivy Farm Technologies revealed that those meatballs that you saw were described as savory and full of flavor. They did not tell us who described them as savory and full of flavor.
There they are, just in case you missed them.
3 little meatballs. Last month, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration said for the first time that a lab-grown meat product is safe to eat. It will take more time to make it a cost-effective reality globally, but it is a reality industry insiders say may not be that far off.
I think some of the people in our newsroom heard you and laughed. I don't know if anyone caught that. That was fun.
You could grow your own meatballs at home. You down?
I don't know. Where's Chris?
I'll take that as a solid maybe.
You know what? If it tastes good and it's safe, I'm in, because heaven knows we could use some help with, well, I better not get, we've got a lot of cattle ranchers watching, and I'm not going to open up that can of worms. Let's talk about the cold, something much less controversial. The last time Spokane was below zero was back on March 1st, 2019. March, an unusual time to find temperatures below zero. But we average 1 or 2 days a year that we get below zero, so we're overdue. It's been over 1,300 days. We're going to snap that streak handily later this week. I was looking at some of the potential records, and the record colds for this time of year are really cold. We have the potential to tie a record at 15 below Thursday morning. Our forecast high Thursday of 0 degrees Fahrenheit. I figured that would at least be in the top 10, but it's not. The record for the coldest high is 10 below. That's the high. That was the high on January 15th, 1888. So we're not really in the record books with this cold snap, but it's been a while since we've seen record or temperatures as low as what we're going to experience. And as low as the numbers are, we're going to add a little bit of wind and a wind chill watch for Tuesday night through Thursday night for the entire inland Northwest, looking at wind chill readings of 30 below zero around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. And not that it's going to be especially windy. Looks like wind gusts will be in that 20 to 25 mile per hour range. But it doesn't take much movement in the atmosphere to just cut right through whatever layers you have piled on. Meanwhile, a winter weather advisory for the area shaded in blue is in effect for the snow that is coming in early tomorrow morning through Wednesday morning for the area shaded in purple, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. It's an advisory. It is a winter storm warning for the area shaded in pink. That said, right now it looks like snowfall totals will be very similar around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene as they are for Moscow and Pullman in the 3 to 6 inch range. So we may be added to the warning. I am not sure. Regardless, plan for very difficult travel over the Palouse or over the passes, and if you are traveling anywhere in extreme eastern Washington or North Idaho tomorrow. Our forecast radar, starting off at the current time, brings the snow into the south by midnight. That will continue overnight through the morning commute across the entire region. Here's 7 a.m. with some very heavy snow in the northern Cascades and over Stevens Pass, and then the focus of the snow, the Central Panhandle, Lookout Pass, Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. We're not going to see the snow come to a complete end Wednesday morning. Still some hit and miss snow showers over the Palouse and the Central Panhandle. Lows tonight, single digits below zero in many locations. Highs tomorrow, only in the teens and 20s, and even some single digits tomorrow. A weather alert day tomorrow for the cold and snow. A weather alert day for Thursday for those bitter cold wind chills. There's more snow Thursday, Christmas Eve, the potential for some snow, and a mix of rain and snow on Christmas Day. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. And to all listening, stay informed about that incoming weather alert day this week by downloading the 4 News Now weather app. It's where you can get important alerts sent straight to your phone when you need them, wherever you are. Just search KXLY in your phone's app store. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
It's not too late to get WeatherTech gift cards for everyone on your holiday list. Good for over 100 premium American-made products. What are you waiting for? Get your gift cards right now instantly at WeatherTech.com.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just 1 day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
Happy holidays!
4 News Now's Mark Peterson.
Talking about gusty winds.
For 40 years, he has served our community. Journalist, weatherman.
Yeah, it's just hot, hot, hot.
Founder of the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
To our first edition of Extreme Team, and there is your new Kinderhaven. 2, 3.
You guys rock. We are so appreciative.
To the 127 kids that are currently in the hospital, we hope you feel better. We hope this helps. We've done it, and did we do good?
Now that service has been recognized by the Silver Circle, a special Emmy Award for broadcasting's best and brightest.
We're rebuilding your fields!
One of Mark's mentors told him the goal of being a good broadcaster is to leave your community better than you found it. Congratulations, Mark. You did it.
Need a last-minute gift? Get a WeatherTech gift card instantly, so then people can pick exactly what they want. For auto, home, even pets. Don't delay. Pick up a gift card today at WeatherTech.com.
Live is your home for the holidays.
Daytime's #1 duo, weekdays at 9 a.m.
We're a little more than a third of the way through the college basketball season, but already the Gonzaga Bulldogs may have saved their chances at earning a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. Over the weekend, they took down #4 Alabama down in Birmingham as Drew Timme went for a team-high 26 points. Former Gonzaga Prep standout Anton Watson added 17 of his own as the Bulldogs get their second top-5 victory of the season and to finish out this gauntlet of a non-conference schedule. And they were rewarded by being placed at number 11 in the latest AP poll today. But the bad news for Gonzaga fans is, as of right now, they don't have a single top 25 team left on their schedule, so quality win opportunities will be few and far between. The Zags are going to be back in action tomorrow night inside the Kennel as they welcome in the Montana Grizzlies. The Bulldogs are a perfect 9-0 in previous matchups against the Grizz. And the Washington State Cougars also had a big matchup this past weekend, but they came out on the losing end against the then 11th-ranked Baylor Bears. Cougs came into Sunday as more than 10-point underdogs, but more than held their own against a team that won a national championship just 2 years ago. However, after taking a small lead halfway through the second, the Cougs went on a scoring drought, surprise, surprise, in the final 4 minutes of the game as Baylor took advantage and escaped with a 6-point win, handing Wazoo their 6th loss on the season. Now the Cougs are going to head for warmer weather, much warmer weather, as they're going to compete in the Diamond Head Classic out in Hawaii. They'll take on George Washington in the first round on Thursday evening. And the 2022 Washington State football season came to an end on Saturday afternoon with a lackluster performance in the LA Bowl against Fresno State. But even in their 29-6 loss, you have to remember just how much the Cougs were missing in this game. Both offensive and defensive coordinators left for other jobs within the last 3 weeks.
weeks, there were more than a dozen guys that entered the transfer portal to go along with numerous injuries. And the first team All Pac-12 linebacker Deion Henley opted out of the game as he prepares for the NFL. Now, that being said, it's going to be quite the offseason for head coach Jake Dickert as he looks to retool this squad.
Well, this is a unique situation, right? And I'm definitely not going to call it a restart, right? But we got to redefine, not only schematically, but what we want to do in our football program. And I think there's benefits that can be had when you get some new people in here and new coaches and you kind of take forward advances in our schematics, right? They're not going to be drastic changes. We're going to find people, that really operate in the framework of what we do. And wanting to be at Washington State is going to be really important. Okay, it's going to be big time, right? Because these guys need consistency, right? And I'm excited about being here for the long term.
And National Signing Day is just a couple days away as future Cougs will put pen to paper and make it official where they're headed next year. And we will have all your coverage on Wednesday for WSU, Eastern Washington, and Idaho. For News Now, we'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
'Tis the season to get great gifts you can enjoy all year long from the pros at Snow's Auto, like remote car starts, $40 off. New tonneau covers for the truck, 20% off. WeatherTech floor mats marked down. Or crank up the sound with a brand new head unit and get a free set of coax speakers or a Cerwin Vega bass package for $299. It's time to buy the best gifts everyone wants this week at Snow's.
Name?
Special Agent Will Trent. I rescued a dog. I'm just dropping her off.
Just dropping her?
Like a sack of old clothes.
What are you doing here? Murdered teenage girl.
I just need you to read the crime scene. I told him I'd bring my best.
Yes, ma'am.
Something happening here.
Something's not right.
But what it is ain't exactly clear.
Somebody was carried out of the house without an Amber Alert. There's a kidnapping.
Always with the 3-piece suit, like every day's your wedding day.
On my funeral.
Why Will Trent, of all people?
He's good police, and he's objectively hot.
Plus, I have a good memory.
You may be in more trouble than you think.
Put down the gun. Get in there! I gotta find this kid.
Gather up your Christmas spirit for a very merry MeTV.
Speaking of Christmas.
I knew you were leading up to something.
We've gift-wrapped holiday surprises all month long.
From me to you.
Featuring very merry Sunday block parties of festive MeTV episodes.
Oh, it's my favorite.
And Christmas classics sprinkled all throughout the season.
Merry Christmas.
Go to MeTV.com to see the full Very Merry MeTV schedule.
And watch MeTV Spokane Coeur d'Alene on MeTV 4.2.
Snow is going to be an issue if you're running last-minute errands or trying to get to work tomorrow. Expect snow and cold. If you are traveling, don't forget that emergency kit with some things to keep you warm on the side of the road.
Yeah, your car doesn't start, things get cold real quick, and you can be in a bad situation.
Absolutely.
A lot of people thinking about the passes, too. I've already heard some people talking about shifting their travel dates.
100% wait until Thursday and Friday and then add an extra blanket because it's going to be colder, but it will not be as snowy.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily yourself that you have to worry about sometimes. You could be in a position to help someone else.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, it's the reason for the season.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.